guess I better go ahead and talk about this because a lot of people are talking about the new Power Rangers movie. Now, this was published back in 2019. Now, some of you may not realize that the plans for this movie is going to be a time travel movie, which they're going to go back to where it originally all started back in the early 90s. And I think it's kind of cool what they're doing. And I'm kind of surprised that they will attempt to try to make a time travel movie for the Power Rangers series. Considering that the franchise, but the sad news is that Hasbro is going to end their partnership with Toei, and from what I understand, according to Clownfish, which originally put out the source on this, you have to understand that they've been using clips from the Super Sentai series for a long time. Like a lot of the stuff that they, as you can see, if you want to watch the original Super Sentai series shows that they made, you can go to Shout Factory, as you can see right here. They actually have the DVDs and Blu-ray, I believe. And there's also Blu-ray collections of the show of Super Sentai. And a lot of people don't realize they have created a lot of stuff. Now, as much as I hate to say it, it's a shame that Hasbro decided to terminate in order to, capitalize on this, considering that Illuminerd had brought this up, and a lot of people have talked about this, and especially Clownfish, considering what is going on in the last couple of months. You could tell that they're focusing on a lot of things. Now, we are beginning to be being told that Hasbro is looking for a diverse cast for the film, including different racial backgrounds and members of the LGBTQ. They have also told us that Hasbro plans to cast a female lead in the up-and-coming film. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing news right there. Like, the show is basically diverse as it is. It had diverse cast. I don't know why they want to do this more. Like, look, that's the disappointing news that they're doing. Now, we are hearing that Hasbro is potentially planning the film in New Zealand, where the TV show has been filmed since Power Rangers Ninja Storm. And this is kind of what the up-and-coming movie is going to be. And you have to understand, they're trying to put out the time travel thing for the movie. And a lot of people have talked about this. Now, do I think it's a little bit crazy that they're trying to do this to promote the show in order to get diversity in the show? Keep this in mind, they had diversity back in the early 90s when they first originally released the Power Rangers, and it's a shame, like you had the Red Ranger, which was like a redneck, and the Black Ranger's black, the Yellow Ranger is an Asian, the Green Ranger is named after the last name is Oliver, Tommy Oliver, go figure, Irish. And also Pink Rangers, which is like a thoroughbred white girl. Yeah, that's pretty much diversity right there. And the Blue Ranger is a Jewish guy. Yeah, Blue Ranger is a nerdy Jewish guy. Like, no one knew about that in the Christmas special that they did. Like, I remember watching it. Like, he was Jewish. Like, blue. It's obvious. Like, they had diversity on that show. And yet they're constantly trying to say that, oh, we're going to put in a diverse cast in there. God, it's like they want someone like, okay, we could put the Pink Ranger in there and make her a lesbian. That would be the coolest idea ever. Yeah, it's obviously the thing that they're doing right now. And I know that some people are talking about this, and it's sort of crazy though. But at the same time, I think Hasbro has no freaking clue what the hell they're doing with this movie, considering that this is made by Paramount, and I found out from the source by Illuminerd, they actually talked about this. This is actually going to be filmed in New Zealand and also being produced by Paramount, which I kind of am surprised by, because this is gonna be a good thing. This is gonna be good because one, they are planning to make this for production. Considering they had some success with Sonic the Hedgehog movie, I hope they do a better job with this film. Considering the sad part about the story is that Hasbro is terminating their partnership with Toei, and I think I know the reason why, because they're going to try to go hit it on their own and try to make their own original Power Rangers show with costumes that will cost a lot of money, and I know this from experience that they will, because I remembered back in the early 90s there was a show called Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future, and it cost a lot of money to produce because they had to do the production, the special effects, and also the costumes cost a lot of money to create, especially the golden armor that they made for that show. And a lot of the stuff that they created was, for its time, it was ahead of its time. And it's a shame that this show never got a second season. It only lasted one season, and I really miss that show. But as for Power Rangers, this show became very popular in the early 90s when nothing was good on. And I remember watching the original Japanese version back in the early 80s on Saturday mornings, and they used to put it in English, translated it into English, and had voiceovers on it. And it was it was syndicated in California, I know that. And I actually watched some of the episodes. Now, keep this in mind, this series was very popular in the Japanese side of the world. It became popular in syndicated in other countries, and it became a very big deal. Now, Power Rangers became known around the world, and surprisingly, I think a lot of people miss the fact that there's not many good Power Ranger shows like they used to be, like the original, but there was a lot. Like Ninja Storm actually hit it off pretty well. But Dino Fury and others, I think a lot of people hope for it. But as far as I know, there's going to be a delay. It's not going to be released in sooner or later, because it is coming out in 2020 as they claim. But as far as I know, I think most people want the Power Rangers to happen, and hopefully the show will happen at some point. So anyways, guys, I gotta go. Leave your likes and dislikes and tell me what your thoughts are on this show, because I have to go. Bye-bye. Because that's it.